Hey, there's Pluggo. And I forgot to add Boris to the stage because he's here too.
No, I took myself out because Pluggo came
Why?
in because you guys always like do the thing
That's
together.
okay because
And
I
then-
had
but then-
talked to you.
Is my internet working? That's
Yeah,
the
it looks
key.
much.
Yeah.
It's looking and sounding much better, I think.
Okay, cool.
I thought he was going to be a few more minutes. So I was like, okay, me and Boris will start off. Even
No, I
with
saw him
Pluggo.
come in. So
I was the first one here, but the last one of the
know.
party, baby. What's up, guys?
Hey,
I
It's
tried to
for
call it in the
exposure.
ring and remove myself, and then you guys would go and work, and
That's
then I'd get the hot tag, but I
The
can't.
classic
That's okay.
for exposure botched start.
we do have
We're
a hot
here.
tag coming up, though.
Yeah.
We
It
do have
is
a
the
hot
weekend, which means we're going to cover some independent wrestling, but it is the weekend evening, which means we're covering LPW 30, Flirty, 30, Thrive. God, every
Yeah,
time.
this one's
tag. Flirty and Thriving.
Flirty and Thriving. I butchered it. Bad, but we're here for that. We have special guests. Real quick before we get into anything
Yes.
related to LPW, because that's going to be the bulk of the show. Did you see that GCW has parted ways with the one and only Zilla Monster?
Yeah, I wonder what's going on. I wonder if
What?
that's a bad thing or what's going on.
Well, I heard a little rumor through the grapevine.
Share
boy.
with the group.
Maybe that he wanted a little bit more money for the job he was supposed to do.
Dude, the kids had like, what, 4 matches?
30,
Oh,
25,
oh
30.
my.
Calm down. Either way, I hope that this gets rectified. The Zilla man is one of our faves, but rest in peace to Zilla and GCW.
Yeah, so much for that.
Anyway,
So
we
Yeah,
have a
we
we
got
have a lot going on. Just outside of Boris, we've got a new intro to Blair's Tidbits uploaded. It's a
Oh,
good
hell
day.
yeah.
It's a good day.
I'm looking
It's
forward to playing
good
that a
day.
little later.
Yeah,
Do-
yeah.
I had full intentions of talking about the Zilla thing to start off, so I appreciate you bringing it up.
Yeah, that's what I.
Yeah, you fucking crush that. All right, you
I show up late and dominate, and then we lose. All right, so listen, Blair swore before the first 10 minutes, so if you feel inclined, please add $1 to the swear jar in form of a super chat to make up for Blair's mistake.
we get a super chat. I'll go tarps off for the rest of the show.
A super chat. He didn't
A
even put
super
a
chat.
denomination. He'll go tarps off if we get a super chat.
Because that'll cover the demonetization. So
I love guys that are like in good shape and are good looking. They'll be like, I'll take my shirt off. Like it's a big sacrifice.
I am not in good shape.
I'll
I
show
have-
you my abs.
Yeah.
Whatever.
If Pluggo and I could handle this whole not in good shape thing.
There is
I would need a super chat amount my weight for me tarps off.
there is some thickness going on with this body. So it's like I can
You are already 90% tarps off, Blair.
so
Did you forget your sleeves?
I'm offering up the nips.
Oh, man.
I don't think Blair owns a shirt with sleeves.
I own a
I've
couple.
never seen Blair in a long sleeve shirt ever.
You know what, guys? Come on.
I'm going to go sleeveless for SNL tonight.
You should. Go tarps off for SNL.
I got to look through I used to work out a long time ago clothing.
Okay, guys. We're here to preview LPW 30. Not talk about my sleeveless shirt. We have a special guest waiting here. So I'm going to play the intro so we can add them and we can talk about some wrestling with our special guest. How's that
And
sound?
we'll see if they'll go tarps off.
They might. So we're gonna intro them, okay? So just give us a second. Hey,
Oh, baby.
I am not going tarps off. I am not tan, sir. You want to see this pasty whiteness? I require super chat in my weight.
He refuses to go tarps off, but he's none other than the thickness. Reed Matthews. How are you, Reed? What's up, buddy?
I'm good. Yourselves?
not bad. Not bad.
This might be the first time you've come on a stream and not yelled at me. I'm pretty happy
We're
about it.
just getting started. We're just getting started.
Oh yeah,
It's
you're
early.
right. I've yelled at everything. I've been in there with you.
Yeah, every
Oh, my
time
brunch
I've
was
been on.
delicious, by the way. For Love Wrestling, there, my brunch was delicious.
Hells yeah.
Yes, we got
Hells
these
yeah.
in the chat there. So
That's how I keep my figure. Is brunch.
What did you have for brunch?
So we
what
tried
was
this place. My wife and I went to this place called Stacked. She just got like eggs, hash browns, and some toast. I had an omelet, and then we also shared some strawberry Nutella pancakes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good
That sure-
evening, Dare the Amazing.
That sure beats the 2 bowls of Frosted Flakes I had this morning.
Hey, don't you dare talk down my favorite cereal.
I love
Frosted
Frosted.
Flakes is a banger. Okay, that was what I lived on as a child.
Oh, so good.
I have
So-
homemade bacon and egg McMuffins. So, I'm doing all right too.
I had a bowl of Cinnamon
You-
Toast Crunch.
Best cereal of all time.
Boris, do you have like the little
Fun
thing
fact,
that
if
has
you-
all the layers?
Sorry,
Like
say
the
that
little-
again.
The egg sandwich machine that has the layers, and you put the bun in, and then the bacon, and you crack the egg in the middle, and then you put the other bun in, and you close it for like a few minutes.
No, I don't know.
You've
what
not
that is.
seen that?
No, that
You gotta
sounds
pull that up
Thickness-
now. Someone's got to pull that up.
Thickness got that. Thickness got that rich
All right.
guy money.
Here.
Ooh.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to look into this.
Thickness got that FU money. It's like,
High-end fitness here.
I have a machine that makes my sandwiches.
Oh no, I don't have it. I've seen it though, so I was just curious if he had it.
Top shelf thickness.
Fun fact: if you eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch with apple juice instead of milk, phenomenal. Just throwing that
No.
out there. That Alex Kane.
Anyways,
Alex
If
Kane.
I
put me
screen
onto that.
share,
Phenomenal.
if I screen share something on Amazon, will we be in trouble or demonetized for that? I just wanted to
I think
ask
as long as we
before.
don't say we're sponsored by them, I think we're fine.
Yeah, don't
Would
you,
you-
you did
would
that
you
on
rather I
Thursday?
didn't?
Were you on?
We are
unsponsored?
not sponsored by the following.
Well, no, Blair. I just want to make sure I'm not getting us in trouble.
I don't know.
I
So
don't know how screen grabs work.
yeah, I
Why don't you
may
just take a picture
err
of
on
it.
the side
Okay.
of caution.
Here, I have a better idea. Hang on. Just talk amongst yourselves. I'm on it.
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Yep. So that worked out well.
Spencer said he's literally just saying the same link you're about to show on the screen. So I think you can. This is great. This is
Yeah.
great independent wrestling previewing right here, baby.
Pluggo, I did think of you yesterday because I saw a TikTok about role models. So
Yes, I'm about to
you
go.
know.
I'm about to go run a train on
I
these.
run a
chicken
train on
fingers.
this chicken fingers. Yeah. So I thought of you the other day.
Hells
Okay.
yeah.
So
Hells
now that we have
Dare
lost-
said, "I love Frosted Flakes. They are so delicious."
They are.
Chat favorite cereals throughout the show. We'll
So
talk
is it this
about
thing you're
That's
talking about?
That's the thing.
That thing looks amazing.
So it like cooks your egg, it toasts your bun, and everything. It's crazy.
Okay, I hope I don't
I'm
get in trouble
intrigued.
for that.
I'm intrigued.
That is definitely the
I think
egg
I would
maker
eat
people.
more egg McMuffins if I had that thing.
It's only $40 on a certain place that sells things online that tortures their workers with no air conditioning.
Wayfair?
eBay?
No.
Every billion-dollar corporation ever.
Yes. Well, okay. Well, whatever. Anyway, never mind. I'm sorry.
Now,
we could play that game for hours.
oh,
Just going around the horn listing companies that treat their employees poorly.
the one I work for?
The one I
Ooh. That's why I don't mention where. But we are here to preview LPW 30, Flirty and Thriving. It is going to be a fantastic show happening September 27th in Edmonton, Alberta. It will be up on IWTV. Tickets available on Tixer. And speaking of which, the 2025 LPW ticket season pass is out now. So
Boom.
go to the LPW socials. There are the links there where you can get those tickets. You can sign up and you can have a very good seat for every show that comes out of the rec room. It'll be a great time. It'll be a lot of fun. Gentlemen.
I think
Hey,
they're
Reed, real quick.
25% sold.
Hi,
Yes.
hi, meet Pluggo. First time.
Hi, Pluggo. Go ahead.
First time.
Yes.
Reed, may I ask a question,
Yeah, go ahead.
sir? Disappointed were you that you weren't the cover athlete for this poster?
I don't even know what the reference is, so no.
Yeah, I was going to ask the same thing, actually. I don't know what it is either.
It is 13 going on 30 with Jennifer.
That's
Garner.
what
Did you
it
want
is?
to? Did you
I
want
thought
to
there was
be?
actually like a movie that was called 30 or Flirty Thriving or whatever.
Yeah, that's on the Orange site.
Ah,
Ah,
Boy.
not that I would know.
Was
No,
not,
Don't go
clearly
look
not.
that up.
answer,
don't go
that was
with
not
this
me.
man here doesn't have the timestamps written down on a post-it note on his computer or anything.
Nope, not at all. It's all up here.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the kids like to say.
So
You
no,
know-
you weren't upset that you didn't get the spot, and so we got it.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Reed, coming out of the last LPW show, how are you feeling?
Still banged up. I'm obviously not cleared to wrestle. But I'm cheering for my teammates and my friends going on the show, and just fingers crossed I can be back sooner than later.
Well, I think we all are unified when we say that we wish you a speedy recovery. Can't wait to see you back in that ring. But I won't lie, I'm happy you're able to join us today to run through the show, to talk about some of these matches, and have a little bit of fun.
We can definitely do that.
Maybe
Your
laugh.
analysis will be most interesting.
Yes, indubitably.
All right.
Okay, so let's kick things off because we have an absolute banger of a match. We have for the LPW Challenge Championship, Michael Richard Blaze defending against T.Y. Jackson.
It shows how good this show is going to be that's the first one that we go to is MRB and TY. I don't know if that's going to lead the show off. I don't know the match order or what have you, but saying banger alert sounds lame, but it's a banger alert. It is. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great.
You got to wait for me to do the alert.
Sorry.
God.
Banger alert.
Woo, woo, woo. That's how
Almost
you
blows his own spot. Look at this guy.
That's why it's not his spot. It's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Boris, you were saying?
I am going to very much enjoy this matchup.
doesn't matter.
You've been in the ring with both these guys. You got an inside track here. You think TY can pull it off?
I think personally, because the clandestine society is the reason I'm not wrestling this month, I want TY to win. But I'd also, I think it's a good thing to point out there, like TY and I have been back and forth on wins and losses. But at the same time, like when you're in the ring with Michael Richard Blaze, like you have to step up. And I definitely think TY can step up to the challenge.
I like that TY. I mean, he's coming off being the scramble champion. He had some big defenses there. And and now, I mean, he's getting another opportunity to have gold around his waist. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can rise to this challenge, because this is going to be a big test for TY. The run that MRB's been on has been nothing less than menacing, I'll say. And now TY is going to have his hands full trying to take that title away from him.
I mean, you look at like even when Michael held the grand championship, it was the same thing. Whenever he has gold around his waist, you have to go above and beyond your own self to beat him. But the same could be said with TY. He held that scramble championship. He dug his heels down and held that as hard as he could. And so I'm not surprised he got the title shot. I think I'll be most surprised if he doesn't walk away with it, really, because I think his young spirit might overtop the grit that is Michael Richard Blaze.
And when MRB lost that grand championship, the first thing he did is try to get himself into more gold. And that's what TY is going to want to do as well. Lost that trios title, and he's going to want to get himself right back.
Scramble championship. Do I need to? Is there something going on here, Boris, between you and Mrs. Pluggo?
There is nothing but respect. She's a lovely woman. You're a lucky man. She's a lucky woman. And there's nothing in the great state of Indiana greater than the Plug family. Is it Indiana? Did they mess that up?
It is Indiana. The Plug family.
Nothing greater than the whole of your union with your beautiful family and children in the state of Indiana. If you were on a placard that said Pluggo and Mrs. Pluggo 2025, I would cast my ballot at my local community center for you to run that fine nation.
That sounds like you practiced that, Boris.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, let me
he
bring.
was really prepared for that. Yeah, he was ready.
Listen, you guys don't know this because I never get to do it, but I'm a good promo.
I mean,
Hi, honey. Hi,
Mrs.
Mrs.
Promo all the
Pluggo.
time.
The whole world's promo. But all right, okay, back to the match at hand here. I talked to T.Y. Jackson for the LPW show this month. He is motivated. He's highly focused. I know he's got a little bit of a distraction going on as the Rads once again are having a little tension. So his mind is not all the way where it needs to be, but he assures me by the 27th, he will have his mind right. And I got to be honest, I haven't seen TY so motivated since he came close to getting that grand championship from your friend Zoe there, Reed. So
you bring up a good point, Pluggo, because you also have to think, like, after one of the matches we'll talk about later, will he have the full support of the Reds in case the full Clandestine Society comes in to help Michael? Right?
Yep. Tune into our Patreon for the answer to that exact question.
Oh, well. And you can sign up from that Patreon if you go to the Love Wrestling social media. It's, there's different tiers. You sign up for like the grand tier, and Pluggo will actually go to your house and watch wrestling with you. So that's something to look forward to.
He brings the sandwich maker and makes the sandwiches with the thing. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'll come make you sandwiches while we watch Sunday Night Heat. Sorry.
So before
you got heat every night, brother.
Before we make our picks,
she's upstairs.
Before we make our picks, I'm just going to throw up this in case it sways anyone's decisions. But Dustin letting us know that as of today, MRB is tied with Travis Williams for the 4th longest challenge championship reign at 114 days. So who's going to be victorious coming out of this matchup? Pluggo, I'll let you start. I'm putting you on the spot first.
That hurts. Give me TY to shock the world. Why the hell not? MRB's already not a fan of me anyway, so why not? Give me TY to shock the world. The TFA's longest reign intact there we go.
Boris, how are you feeling?
First of all, Dustin is the man and has all the answers and everything. I'm a big fan of that young man. He's a very much behind the scenes guy that does a lot of good stuff for us and for me. And big kudos to Dustin. I am actually going to agree with Pluggo. And I think that TY is going to pull this one off. And I'm going to go out even more on a limb. And I'm going to say that TY is going to pull this one off all by himself.
Ooh, all by himself.
Interesting. You're 3 for 3. I'm choosing TY as well.
Yeah.
Oh, this is very interesting.
Like I said, but personally, I want TY to win, so he's my pick.
That MRB promo he's going to cut on us, Blair, if you pick TY, is going to be something special.
I heard the way that, MRB attacked you, his vicious, diatribe towards you. He's just going off on you. And I can't have that anymore. I got to stand with my co-host. I got to stand with my friend Pluggo. I'm taking TY as well.
You hear that, MRB?
Champ.
Hear that? 4 for 4, baby.
Yeah.
You can't yell at all of us.
Yeah, you got big balls over there in Indiana, don't you?
He can still yell at us.
Yeah. I mean, you guys might be in.
I picked against him one time, and he spent 12 minutes just yelling at me and telling me how it was my fault that person was going to meet their salvation. And I just had to sit there like this for 12 minutes and go, I made a pick.
Hey. If he doesn't like it, then in October, I will send him the link. He is more than welcome to join us, and he can say his piece. I will say that.
Man, you're brave to send him a link so he can yell at you again.
Well, he didn't yell at me the first time. It was only Pluggo. So.
Oh, no, he's going to yell at you now for this, and then he's going to yell at you again once he joins in next month.
Ah, shit. Yeah. All right.
I've made my ways around the LPW roster.
Yeah, you're a bit of a hussy.
It's a bit of a... getting screamed at hussy.
Reed had mentioned Reed and Pluggo. You guys kind of talked a little bit about the Rads and what this might mean to the match going forward, and that being Lumberjack Larry Woods is going one-on-one with Rich King. What is going on with the Rads?
It's easy, man. No, they're all. It's a group of alphas, man. That all think Rich just came up super short in every singles goal. He wants gold. Larry's had the gold and had things happen where he lost it quicker than he wanted. I think it's just a matter of a bunch of dudes that are just man, they're starting to turn on each other because things are not going their way outside of being rad. So that makes sense, right?
It does.
A bunch of brothers fighting. It happens. It's a thing.
That's fair. Boris, what are you thinking about this?
I agree with TY that this is something that has to happen. My only concern is I don't know if this is going to be the positive thing that TY hopes it's going to be, and they're going to scrap it out, and then they're, going to hug at the end and find out who the better man is. I'm worried that this may lead to more bad feelings depending on how it goes. But I think it's going to start being a sportsman affair. But again, competition, it's like those all-star games where like everyone's just all-star gaming around until it gets to, tied with a couple minutes left, and that competitive nature kind of takes over and someone's really going to want to win. I think that Rich has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, and he may want to go places that Lumberjack Larry may not. But I think this is going to be a scrap. And when this one was announced, I was like, oh man, it's the logical conclusion, but I don't think it's going to be the conclusion.
Reed, I'll ask you this. What do you think this means for the future of the Rads? Because, a match like this can, like they said, it can easily turn into, just a competitive matchup, but all it takes is for one move, one questionable decision, and all of a sudden the group will be splintered. How are you feeling? What are your thoughts about it?
I mean, I think everyone's made a very valid point on this whole situation. I think TY means best when he's like, okay, these guys just need to duke it out. They have all this pent up frustration, duke it out, it'll be fine. But I don't think he has thought about that there's more than one outcome, right? I see Ben there saying the Rads aren't in shambles, the Rads are fine. And I would to the extent say they're not in shambles. You're allowed to infight. That happens all the time. Tag team members do singles runs and stuff like that.
Brothers fight.
Exactly. So I wouldn't say shambles. But I think TY in maybe his optimism hasn't thought about all the results, because like Boris said, like it just takes one messy finish, one little cheat, one guy willing to push farther than the other to then create a divide, right? There's cracks, but you can fix the cracks, but there's also a very easy way to make it bigger. And also to touch on what Pluggo said, you have Larry, who's held singles titles. You've had TY, who's held singles titles, but you've never had Rich hold a singles title. So you have a man who wants his opportunity, wants that spot, wants to feel that almost like that aura, that presence of himself by holding a title by himself. And then you have the guy who has had that and wants it back. So like, it's hard to think who's gonna step out of bounds to see if they're willing to do it. Like, I think next week you're really going to see who's willing to do whatever it takes to win.
Reed is better at this than the other three of us put together.
Well, it's true, right? So,
I like
it. Dude, he's very good. I actually don't know what to say, but like Ben says in the chat, he did say, put that up again. I'll put it up again. Yep. That the Rads aren't in shambles. The Rads are fine. I'll say this: over the course of the Rads history, we've had this conversation multiple times on this show. Are the Rads okay? Are the Rads okay? And they always seem to come out of it better than they once were. So I find it hard pressed to not believe them as much as it looks on the surface that maybe this is what they need. Maybe TY is right. But we also know that the LPW is a very competitive roster, and a win like this could catapult you to that next opportunity, to that challenge championship, to that grand championship. So you're right. I think it's going to be very interesting how this plays out. Why do they got to keep fighting all the time? Ben, you got to get your boys back in order. When are we getting Ben back in the Rads, by the way? Like,
maybe Ben is the glue that is needed.
Maybe.
Ever Rads as a fully run machine, a well-run machine here.
Unofficially, Ben Oman said he was going to try to pop by SNL tonight, so maybe I can ask him that to his face this evening.
There you go.
Be prepared, Ben.
Boris, what are you leaning in this match?
I'm leaning towards Rich King, because I think that he's going to do things that Lumberjack Larry will not.
I'll follow that up. Will Rich win by questionable means?
Yes.
Okay. Reed, which way are you leaning?
It's tough because I agree. Like, Rich has nothing to lose, then everything to gain, but Larry has everything to lose almost in this aspect. And I think you've seen Larry too many times be able to come back no matter what situation he's put in. So I have to go with Larry.
Yeah. Pluggo.
Ryan Sullivan says, yeah, Ben back to the Rads. The people want it. What's up, Ryan Sullivan of the Mark Order podcast? You stud. You know what? I know everybody thinks it's Rich. I think this is right. Larry's been there. Larry's been at the top of the mountain twice now. He knows what it feels like. He knows I think he might be the one that says, you know what? I'm sick of people looking at me kind of in a different light than Rich. I'm taking care of it. I'm not even going to let it happen. So I'm going with Larry.
I do want to add, because I just Ben in the comments there, Rich King needs this win the most.
True.
Don't get me wrong, Ben. I agree with you on that. But Larry can't handle loss, and you're right. And I think Larry will pull it out more than Rich can.
See, Larry not, being able to handle this loss is why I'm picking Larry, but Larry is going to be the one that wins by questionable means.
Ben,
He's going to be
you
the one that dips into where, maybe some of the other people don't want to go to win this match.
Can we get an insight, Ben? Are you scheduled to referee said match?
Oh,
Put in the middle of your former Rans brothers, or is it going to be Stuart Garvey or?
It'll be like when Bill Alfonso refereed Van Dam versus Sabu.
Yeah.
Ben Oman calling it right down the middle.
Interesting. So we're split. We're split here.
We're 3-1. 3-1.
That's a split. It's not exactly down the middle. It's still a split. Blair, just like your T-shirt's not all the way a T-shirt. It's split in certain ways down the sleeves.
Oh, well, this.
But again, remember, friends, if you get. Ooh.
Yeah.
Maybe you should jump on Saturday Night Love. I think Boris will have a ton of questions regarding this match, Big Ben.
Mm-hmm.
I was not aware of that when I made my pick. Not that it matters, because Ben's going to call it right down the middle. This might be hard for Ben, though, to watch his brothers fight,
Yeah,
They're going to lock up and a single tear is going to drop from Ben.
I mean, if this match doesn't end with Ben absolutely crying his eyes out when he counts at 3, I don't know. I don't know what we're signing up for,
Yeah.
Just tears streaming down.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Why?
That's storytelling right there. So 3-1, Larry. We have 5 match graphics. There is the 6th one. We are still waiting for the
Confirmation.
final confirmation.
Well, you guys know more than I do again.
I'm in
the same boat with you, Boris. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah,
See, thank you, Reed.
But I mean, obviously, we're just.
Can we say who one of the competitive units is? Do you think we can plug it?
I have no idea. That's not my
don't know
call. I don't work here. My name's not on the masthead, dude.
Competitive units.
Yeah, that's a way to announce them.
I don't want to say if it's a singular or a trio or a quadruple.
There's part of the match is confirmed.
Yes.
Combatants, competitors.
Because there could be a lot of speculation. Because this could
Is
be.
Is it Will Ospreay?
That's what I was getting at. It could be Will Ospreay. Long-term story.
Is it Jeff Jarrett?
Oh man, it's Jeff Jarrett and Will Ospreay
and Marco Stunt.
It's a triple threat.
Marco Stunt could show up anywhere he wants. Marco Stunt
he might
even
be showing up in Tidbits.
He might be showing up places that you just might not expect.
Okay. Yes.
For the audio listeners, I'm winking right now as a sign
you
of
got something in your eye?
Scoops are coming.
Scoops to my loo. So we got 3 matches left.
To my loo.
3 matches left to preview. And we will do some tidbits first. I'm going to play this fantastic new intro. We're going to bang off tidbits and then get the last 3. Ready? Let's see this new intro. Hey, it's Blair's Tidbits.
Tidbits. Tidbits. Blair's Tidbits. Blair. Tidbits.
That's where the budget went, right?
Beep boop, beep boop, bop.
That was magical.
I won't lie. For a second, I thought they just left Pluggo's mic unmuted, so he was just doing it the whole time.
I did that last, not last week because he did it the week before, but he put that up and I just started doing the slam poetry from 21 Jump Street. Cynthia. So I just made it for Blair's Tidbits. I wish we would have snuck in a beep boop bop tidbits.
That'll be on version 2.0. That was absolutely incredible. Thank you for that.
Anything
We'll do
for you.
tidbits.
No,
and then-
thank you to Dustin for that. Dustin
Yes,
that Boris
thank you,
just put over earlier made that for us. He's an absolute
That kid's a
stud of
legend.
human
I love
being.
that
He
kid.
is.
We got confirmation from the boss man. We can mention one of the duos,
The competitive units?
one of the competitive
One of the
units.
competitive units.
Not bad, eh? So Paralira, we're just waiting.
Oh,
to find out
God.
who they will be
Speaking
facing.
of units.
Well, whoever they face, they're losing. Sorry, Barat.
Really? You're gonna question their winning streak right now?
Stiff.
I question Barakarani any chance I get. It's just life. I didn't pick these rules. I didn't make these rules. I just live by them. But they are on a winning streak. They are on a winning streak, but I will. Here's the thing, Reed. If you've paid attention to any of the social medias or any of these shows or any of the things I do, when I pick Barakarani to win, he loses, then blames me for picking him to win and jinxing him. But if I don't pick him to win, he gets mad at me for not picking him to win. So I can't win.
No,
with
that's
Mr.
what you go up
Garani.
to him and be like, "Hey, I jinxed your opponent. You're welcome."
Mhm.
Yeah, I would rather
Or
just.
maybe he just doesn't like you.
That could
And I
be
can
too.
tell you this
That could
because
be
he
too.
doesn't like anyone.
That is true. That's fair. I'm not well liked. That I understand. But yeah, Spencer, how much did we spend on that? The invoice will be on Alice's desk tomorrow.
The competitive units championships.
Holy crap!
Oh, that's good.
Oh, can we make that a thing?
It should be.
LPW competitive unit championships.
Hell yeah. Okay. We got 6 tidbits to do. We will get through those.
Tidbits.
Tidbits. Deadlock Pro Wrestling bringing in FTR October 13th. So that's actually the day after Wrestle Dream. So that's that's interesting. Good old Charlotte, North Carolina for FTR. We've also got
That's quite a cross-country flight, too.
Tacoma to North Carolina. North Carolina, raise up.
Take tarps off, shake them around like a helicopter.
Limitless Wrestling has 2 of Canada's best tag teams with TDT going 2-on-2. These competitive units challenging each other, going 2-on-2 against Fresh Air for the IWTV Tag Team Championship. What I love about this, it's 2 Canadian teams fighting in Maine. So hell yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Vikingo going to make his return to the Indies. Dreamwave Wrestling down in.
Yeah, was he hurt? Where's he been?
He's been hurt down in Illinois. He's going to be challenging for the Dreamwave Championship against Connor Hopkins. Connor Hopkins is going to be a big deal in wrestling. It is only a matter of time. The guy has absolutely been crushing it in the Midwest. He is someone to watch for, so this is a massive opportunity. And that'll be up on IWTV. These next 2 I wanted to show because I think the match graphics are absolutely incredible. Rainbow Road. It's going to be for New Texas, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, New Texas Pro. So you got Kylie Ray versus Stephen Wolf, and also Hyan versus Chris Bay. That's going on tonight. So just something to watch.
Is Matt Viviani on this show? The king of Mario Kart?
I don't think he is, but last but not least,
called Pinball's Kingdom because that sounds amazing.
Last but not least, Marco Stunt.
Party.
Retinal Pro Wrestling at Fenice's Totally Plastic Parties. So, just something to watch for. A little Marco Stunt in your life.
There's nothing wrong with the little Marco Stunt. I love that. That's awesome. Let's go. Let's go.
I have breaking news.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking news. There's a duel where you can make 2 sandwiches at once. Look at that.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good unit right there.
For you and Mrs. Pluggo.
No. Stop it.
I'm going to be so angry next month, one of these days, when I show up at my house and you're just sitting on my couch and be like, what the fuck, Boris? And then
But you won't be upset when he hands you a breakfast sandwich.
He's wearing all of your clothes, but hands you a breakfast sandwich.
It'll ease the load a little bit.
Say, I got another one just like that with your name on it because this thing makes 2 at once. Blair hates me. See, that's the I hate Boris look that Blair Pacheco has. I see.
No, I'm keeping in all my comments because this is for exposure daytime. For exposure after dark is where I can say other stuff. So stay tuned for that one. That'll be
Hey,
up on
10
Twitter.
o'clock tonight. You can say whatever the hell you want.
Dude, that's like 11 Central Time. I will be fast asleep by then.
Twitch is
I'm
a lawless platform.
So I'm not worth you staying up late on a Saturday.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
That's
Wow.
exactly Boris.
Thank
You know
you.
what? That's
Thank you,
exactly what I'm saying.
And you know what? You're right. Actually, you're
So there you
absolutely
go.
correct.
If that's
You're
how you want to
absolutely
play it, that's what I'm saying.
correct. You are absolutely correct.
We have
Marco Stunt, Spencer Love says, yeah, never heard of him. I don't know who that is.
We have plans tonight to get high and watch Pop Star. So that is what we're going to do.
What is that?
The Andy Samberg movie.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, hey, listen, you're Tom Petty, and I'm Tom Petty, and Tom Petty, but together we're the Heartbreakers.
Well,
So
I'm
you've
still
got
working on
beat.
the goddamn Sandlot. You guys got to give me a break here.
Pop
Boris,
Star is so
you gotta check
good.
that one out. It's real good.
Yeah.
Which one? Pop Stars or
Pop
Sandlot
Star.
or both?
Pop-
We'll call
Pop
it.
Star.
We'll call it
It's
mixed
a
reviews.
parody on being famous, essentially.
Actually,
So-
it sounds like something I would enjoy. I like
It's
parody.
really-
so
I watched
good.
it the other day too. It was so good.
Did
All
you, Boris? Did you watch Hot Rod yet?
No.
What the? Get life, Boris.
I had to watch Effie against Greg Excellent.
And you can watch Hot Rod right after.
Yeah.
But no, there was another match after that one. It was Marcus Mathers and Homicide.
And then after that, you can watch Hot Rod.
No, I think there's more on that show. I'm not done that show yet.
And then after
Well, then
that,
watch
you
Hot
can
Rod
watch
as a
Pop
nice
I do
little
have a lot
intermission.
of free time
That's
on my
your-
hands lately.
That's your
so maybe I
intermission
will.
break.
Maybe
Your
I'll make
intermission
a
break is
movie
watching
day.
Hot Rod.
Maybe
Yeah.
I'll make a movie.
Hey,
day.
life
Like
is
that.
short, stunted.
Cool beans.
And that's not a Marco. Cool
Cool
beans.
beans.
Marco
Cool beans.
stunted. Aha,
Marco. Life is short. Marco stunted. I'm gonna make that T-shirt.
Hey Blair, what's the next match?
For the LPW Tag Team Championships, Ride or Die versus Reloaded. Reed, I will start with you. Are we going to see new tag team champions? How are you
Do it,
feeling?
Reed. Shoot
Reloaded
hard,
stepping
buddy.
into
Do
this?
it.
Oh man, let's see. Has Reloaded won a match in LPW since they've been here? Because I
think
believe
they've
they
only had the one.
Did
they
win
had the six. They lost the
trios
6-man.
match?
Yeah. Did they have a tag match as well?
They did.
I think there's only been one, but my memory is the worst. So ask Spencer. Ask Dustin. He'll know.
Because unfortunately you have Ride or Die on the win streak right now, being champs. And I mean, who's my pick is Reloaded because I'm bitter.
That's
Obviously
fair.
so.
Fair, valid too.
When it comes down to
wow,
it, though,
yeah.
like I mean, like, you know, you guys are sports guys, home field advantage. You know, they're flying in. They got no win streak here. They may have the win streak out in BC, but it's different ball game here, right? So like pressure's on. But I'd like to see them win because I just love to see Ride or Die just like knock down a peg. You know,
Can I ask you a question, Mr. Reed Matthews?
of course.
Are you going to be in attendance at this event?
Like I said, I'm not cleared to be there to wrestle at all.
Are you going to be in attendance?
I am unsure at this moment. I do have doctor's appointments this week. If they're good, I'll be there. If they're not good or on kind of mid, I will probably be hanging back for my own safety because there's nothing stopping me from running in on that match.
Because that's what I was leading
No.
to. Are you going to be able to keep your temper in check?
Are you
being
gonna
that
be able to
close
get
these
past-
guys that-
Spencer Love corrected me. They do have a win technically, so you know they know what it takes around here now.
They get a win for those competitive
Competitive
unit
unit
championships.
competitive
Championship.
unit championships.
I know. I
Did
feel
you
like it's
get
probably
past
best
the
for me not to be-
APA, the affiliate paying protection agency? Could you get past Ophelia? She's like the security guard.
Probably not. And I know, and she'll ask for my doctor's note, and I don't have one. So
Yeah, she's
You
tough.
can't not
Yeah,
give
I
Ophelia your doctor's
I
note.
cannot
right?
give Ophelia my paperwork. So no, I think it's probably best for me not to be there. But you never know.
Ooh.
Now, Boris, how do you feel about this match? Do you think we're going to see new competitive unit champions, or are Ride or Die going to have their hands held raised?
I'm super excited to see Reloaded come back to LPW. I'm a big fan of them the couple of times that they've been here. I don't know what this is. I don't know what you
It
guys.
says hands held raised.
Hands held raised.
Oh, God. See, Reed, usually I'm the one that does all the nonsense and they get mad at me, but today they're on nonsense patrol while I'm trying to handle.
I've never gotten.
They got mad at you
before.
last
What are
time,
you
so
talking-
they can mess around this time.
Yeah, that's
fine.
true.
Blair gets mad at you. I don't ever get mad at you. That's a false statement if I've ever heard one.
Reed, you're not going to like this, but I think that Ride or Die are just on such a level right now that I don't know who's going to stop them. I'm going to go with Ride or Die winning this match. It's going to be really, really good. I'm excited to see Reloaded back in here, and I can see that look of disappointment on your face. I've seen it many times for many people over my life, but just the role that they are on, momentum, you know this, momentum's so important. You're on quite a roll this year, so you know how important momentum is, and they're on that same kind of role, and I think they're going to keep these titles. It's not going to be a walk in the park, and it's going to be fun for me to call this one, but I think I think that tag run is just going to continue.
Yeah,
I don't like it any more than you do.
I make my choice all personally. You know, if I had to look at it at a professional aspect, like they're the favorites. They really are. They have been dominant since they decided to be in the tag division, right? So
Yeah. I mean,
Plugga, how are you feeling? Because I mean, I know you have a friendship with TFA. She's the third beard,
Yeah.
So does that sway your opinion on this at all?
you know how I feel. I think every month we talk about, if I have to come up with something new to say this month, because every month we talk about just how they're on another level, they're on a tear, the momentum, everything, blah, blah, blah. Are they maybe getting a little too cocky? Maybe you think the clandestine wrestling side, like, I saw the promo, I saw the, easy work, like they need a challenge. Like they've had some challenges. Reloaded is fantastic. It's another one of these teams. Like if you take them lightly, they could be your new competitive unit champions. But until Ride or Die lose those belts, like I just don't see it happening until I actually see it happening. Which have a cop-out answer, so I'm taking TFA and Crow to win like always. I'm just hoping that they're still as focused as ever, because that promo from last month was a little like, that's the first time I've really seen them be like, it's just another day at the office. There's
an old saying, though. It ain't bragging if it's true.
True. That's true. That's factually true. But if you start to veer off the focus a little bit because you're starting to get too comfortable, that's when things happen.
That's why we play the game.
That's why we play the game.
See, this one's tough. This one's tough because, I mean, you see the run Ride or Die has been on. I mean, every team that has, stepped up to them, they've knocked them down. It's one after another. Reloaded, though, I mean, these two they're on another level. The run they've had as the NEW tag champ has been incredible. They're stepping in. I mean, being 1-1 in LPW, that's no small feat when you look at the roster of absolute killers on this, this lineup, because there are a lot of incredible wrestlers. So for them to still be at 500, I think is a huge props to them. They're getting a massive opportunity with Ride or Die. And I don't know, maybe Ride or Die takes them a little lightly. All I know is Reloaded can back it up. They're one of Canada's best teams. They're right up there with Ride or Die. And on any given day, a team can upset another one. And I think this is the night that Ride or Die gets upset.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
all right, split again.
Yeah.
Split. Okay.
Well, you guys made your picks too.
Me and Boris, Ride or Die, and Thickness is not having that. He's just not a fan of this side of the stream. He's giving you a look, Boris, by the way. Or me too.
You guys are allowed to have your opinions. I'm not gonna fault you guys.
Wrong or not,
even if it's a bad opinion.
No. I love it.
Now this next one, I think it's this one's a little close, as we have Zoe Sager going 1-on-1 with the debuting Katrina Creed.
Hell yeah, friend of the show,
Katrina Creed.
Montreal, Quebec, trained by Speedball Mike Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
This is another one of those cases, and I talk about this a lot when somebody comes into a new promotion they've never been in before, and they get thrown right into the fire. Not a preliminary match, you get thrown right in there with one of the best we have. And Reed, I always get backward. You can back me with the Zoe Sager, exceptionally talented. So she's thrown in there, 2 years in the business. right into the fire with Zoe Sager. Sink or swim, but iron sharpens iron, and I'm excited to see this one.
You also got to think, like, with her trainer being Speedball and Zoe having a win over Speedball, that maybe that's something she wants to get that win so she can kind of brag, right? She wants to have that little edge to herself.
This is
What I like.
great drop, dude. Hells yeah.
Mhm.
I would have never made that connection. This is why we bring in the smart people to do this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
What I-
announcing my retirement from wrestling because I'm not as good at read at my.
We're
job.
announcing your retirement from the monthly previews. Read your in, Boris. Get
Oh,
out of
man.
here. No, I'm just kidding. No, stay.
No, Boris, come back. Boris, come back. I need you.
Come back. Wait,
Boris, come back.
wait, wait,
Babe.
wait, wait, wait,
Babe,
wait,
babe,
wait,
Babe,
wait,
babe, wait, babe, wait.
He doesn't get the reference, so it's even
I didn't-
funnier.
I didn't hear anything.
Wait.
Yeah, we just made a hot rod reference.
Sorry.
That was perfect. We're gonna need to clip that for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Babe, wait.
You know, this matchup, I mentioned it a little bit because I got the chance to talk to Katrina for LPW show, which is available up on the Love Wrestling Patreon, which I encourage everyone to go check out. While you're doing that, maybe sign up for the Love Wrestling LPW 2025 season pass for tickets. A great opportunity so that you can be live and in person for every show. It's a great time. When I talked to Katrina for the LPW show, we kind of talked a little bit about how you're seeing a lot more of these where it's like, in Canada, you can really notice it. It's almost like territories where you have the Alberta territory, you have BC, you have Quebec. And every once in a while, someone from that Quebec territory is going to make their way over. And it almost goes back to the days where like Kerry Von Erich would show up in North Carolina and battle Ric Flair for a match, you know, like where you get those sort of dream matches. And that's what I like about this one, because you do have one of Quebec's best, former IWS women's champion, held it for almost a full year. And she's going against one of Western Canada's best with Zoe Sager. The possibilities for this match are unmatchable. I think these two are just going to knock it out of the park.
That's actually a very interesting comparison. Actually, I like that. That makes a lot of sense.
It's like
my turn to leave. You don't.
No, you stay. You're doing good.
Floggo, we'll start our own show.
Yeah, we will.
It'll be called Competitive Units.
The competitive unit.
The competitive units.
Yeah.
We talk strictly competitive unit wrestling.
And Andy
For an hour.
Samberg movies, apparently.
And Andy
Yeah.
Samberg.
Well, you have to
movies.
watch those to be able
Yeah,
to
yeah.
talk.
Spencer said
But
you would
I
have
don't know
got
if
the
they're
reference
watch-along.
had you watched Hot Rod.
It's true.
And you need to add analyst to your resume, Reed.
Okay,
I
Boris,
already did a couple of minutes ago. If you take a look,
you have homework before the next LPW preview show.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that.
We
I
need
didn't
you
either.
to. What's that?
Read the
Yeah,
analyst Matthews.
he's the analyst.
The
right?
analyst, Reed Matthews.
Yeah, good job. Yeah. Boris, you need to watch Hot Rod before the October LPW show.
Okay,
And
what about
Sp- and Popcorn.
Sandlot? And Pops. Oh, sheesh. Okay.
Dude, that's like 6 hours tops.
That's true.
Have a nice evening with Mrs. Boris. Watch
She's
a couple
hell of a
movies.
lady. That's true.
Movie
All
night.
right, I'll
with
look
the
into
lady.
it. I'll look into it.
She's a saint,
She is a saint. That's
just
very
like
true.
Dorothy.
Oh,
Van.
anybody think by next month he's not going to have those watched?
He's not going to watch them.
He said I'll look into it. He didn't seem too thrilled
Oh,
about it. So
Yeah.
Way to crap all over that. Do I even get a chance?
I don't know.
You know what? I'll
Are
give
you-
you a chance. I bet by next month you'll at least have watched one of the movies.
All right. Thanks, brother. I appreciate
One
it.
of the three. All right, I'll take. Okay,
One of the three. Just one.
just one.
Just one.
Over under how many of these movies Boris watch by next month? I'll set the bar at 1.5. Reed said 1.
I'm taking under 1. He will
Ooh.
get half of the
Halfway
movie
through,
and
fall
that's-
asleep.
Yeah.
No, babe,
Babe, babe, no, no, babe, 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 babe,
babe, babe, come on, babe, babe,
babe,
babe, come back, babe.
babe.
All I hear through my headphones when I walk away is.
Yeah, that's about exactly what we did.
I would get that if I saw Hot Rod. Hey, what's the main event, kids?
Well, we still have to make our picks for this match.
Zoe.
Yeah, give me Zoe.
It's
Katrina's
like ride or die.
awesome.
She's on that level. No disrespect to Katrina Creed, but walking into the door and getting the top dog right off the bat, it's going to be a tough go.
Tough.
But that's again why we play the games.
And like, you know, I'll give Katrina credit. I don't know much of her career other than what I read on a piece of paper. But she's going up against the one with all the intangibles, right? So like, she's in a tough position, and you know, Zoe always comes out on top in these tough positions.
Mhm.
So Zoe's my pick.
Pluggo, you take.
That's not a big shock. That's not a big shock at all there, Reed. For being honest. Not much of a limb there.
But I do
Be
think
like that.
I think Katrina's going to put up a hell of a fight, but she
'Cause
did kind of.
They're
bully me
friends.
on the
I wouldn't
LPW
do
show,
my
so-
friends either,
I'll
Boris.
take
They're friends. They're buddies. They work together. So I'm taking Zoe as well.
Okay.
Because Reed's looking like he's going to jump through the stream and punch me.
My legs.
clothesline.
I can't jump at all. What are you talking about?
That clothesline. Still, with me, he was
You
still
wouldn't have to jump very high to
Yeah.
get
There you go.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to. I'm not very fast. I'm not the quick. I'm not the quickness at all.
The thickness and the quickness.
Quick.
LPW Grand Championship Pride challenging Mars the Specialist, last man standing.
I still can't believe Thad made that his face. What is that face, Thad?
Now,
God.
Reed, you obviously have a little bit of skin in the game with this, with your best friend and tag team partner. Are you nervous? Because I don't have any skin in the game in this other than calling it, but I'm very, very nervous at injury and just I'm unsettled about this. We've had some crazy moments in LPW, you know, taking the ring apart and going through the ring and things like that. But this one, it's so personal that I'm a little nervous of what is going to happen and scarring children watching this match because it's so personal.
I might be a little long-winded here, but here's the thing. Are these guys going to push it to the absolute limit entirely? Are we going to see some pretty horrifying things? I bet on it. But this is the bottom line. And I'll start with Jack. Every time something doesn't go Jack's way, he crumbles. He can't stand on his own foundation because he himself won't admit his foundation's broken. Then you have Mars, who I personally went through a 3 stages of hell match with. I went through countless no DQ matches. The still longest reigning PWA Mayhem champion. I have put Mars through the ringer. I have broken him. I have beaten him to the point where a lot of other people would have just said, I'm done, and quit. But he never did. And he rose out on top. He beat me fair and square. We did the contract on a pole. Beat me fair and square. Mars is not afraid because Mars knows his foundation is solid. You can't kill him. He will not die. He will dig his heels in. He will grit his teeth. He will break every bone in his body, but he will never quit and he'll never stop. And that's the thing. Jack will. Jack will quit because he has to deal with himself. Mars will put all of that aside. And because Mars is LPW Grand Championship, that just means there's more weight on him to succeed. I have full faith in Mars. I will always have full faith in Mars because I know the man he is, and also because I know the man Jack is. Be it if he wants to admit it or not. Yeah.
Fuck.
That was good timing.
That was perfect.
That was great.
Oh, when I came out to see the Speedball Strikes first show and we were all hanging out afterwards, the amount of yas that you guys busted out that entire weekend, I don't think I've heard one word said as many times as I've heard that in one period because
Yeah.
Boris, how are you feeling about this match? What are your thoughts? And we have another guest.
Well, it doesn't matter what I think right now. Bring it in. Bring
Okay.
not it. Bring him.
There's my boy.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Hey, this means Mars is around at 10 o'clock tonight too. He's got nothing going on.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
anyway,
Mars,
Yeah.
well, Mars, welcome in, buddy. Last time we
so Reed
we
just
chatted.
had your back in a big way and explained some
Yeah.
things. How do you? I don't know if you saw that, but what do you think? Sorry, Blair, I don't mean to take over.
Well, like Reed said, I like popped in towards the end there. Like Reed said, we've been through a lot. We've gone through hell together, and I think that's the last time. Actually, no, Stephen Crow was the last time I went through something like that. I feel like I've proven time and time again how tough I am. So I'm not afraid of what Jack can throw at me. And I appreciate Reed. He's always been there for me since day one. Even though we met like 3 times before we really met.
We did.
No, it was just the one time.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So
Actually,
why
was it
did you say
twice?
three or
It might have been twice.
I think it was once, wasn't it?
Because I feel like it was once when you came in like last second and be like, yeah, that's a ring. And then the day after when you actually came in to like do the show.
No,
I might
that
be
was the
wrong.
same day. That was the same day, brother.
Was that same day? Okay.
That was the same day.
So yeah, just the one time then.
Yeah.
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 Before you know it, my son has a sixth sense to that, and he'll start going, yeah. Owen loves me, yeah. So, Grand Champion, we're talking about your match coming up here on Friday. We talked on Thursday a little bit about it before we were unceremoniously interrupted by Jack Pride, and that got heated, and you both left. How you feeling since then? Have cooler heads prevent you feeling better?
I'm feeling better. You know, he can't stay out of the spotlight. He has to be the center of attention. I'm hoping he doesn't pop in now, or else I'll have to yell at him again. But I feel good. I feel confident. I'm not scared about next week at all. I'll do what I have to do to win. No questions asked.
Are you okay with this getting as personal as it's gotten, or is you're just like whatever he wants to throw at you, you're just gonna roll with it, or do you prefer to be personal? Are you down with this? Like it's gotten, I haven't seen, like we said, I think a few times, this is the most personal rivalry we've had in LPW history. I think.
I definitely don't want to say I like it being personal, but that's just how it is. You know, I can't change the last 2 years of my life. It is what it is. And in 6 days, 2 years comes to an end. In 6 days, that's freedom. You know what I'm saying? And we can start anew. No more 7, no more Pride in Mars, no more Thad in Mars, nothing. It's just Mars a specialist. You're LPW Grand Champion. That ain't changing.
That was the question that I wanted to ask you: is this going to be it? Is this going to finish off this issue between the two of you? Is this the period at the end of the sentence?
This is the period. This is the end of the book. It gets closed. It gets put on the shelf, and we start Mars a specialist by himself. No questions asked. You know.
And I have a follow-up question. Do you enjoy a tasty breakfast sandwich? Look at that! Look at that, Bad Boris.
Yes, look at that, buddy.
Two of those at once.
That's one for you. That's one for me. That's a thing that makes 2 at once. How crazy
That's
is it?
kind of banger.
But
What is
Mars,
that?
And it cooks the egg for you at the same time.
You better
I
get
haven't seen
that.
that on
You better
TikTok
get that
before.
dual breakfast sandwich in the next 6 days, because Mars just said at the end of the 6 days, it's just the Mars specialist
That's
show.
the Blair mad face. It's right there. Look at him. Look at him right now. That's the Blair mad face.
That's okay, Blair. We'll make one for you too. Don't worry.
Thank you, Reed.
Yeah,
you
we go.
Short kings don't leave other short kings behind.
Exactly.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Picks for this matchup. Do not feel bullied by Mars that he is here, but we will go around the
I'll
ring.
cover my ears.
It's okay. I'll bully you. It's Mar. Wait, can we swear now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing
Cool.
whatever you
It's
want.
Mars the motherfucking specialist.
Ooh.
Be brave to pick otherwise.
Pluggo.
Wow, putting me on the spot. No. Like Reed said, I think Jack. Well, he said Jack is dead, so it's just Pride. And I am a firm believer that as much as Pride is not admitting it, he needs Jack just as much as he thinks he does. Because, like, he's off balance right now, and I think his emotions are going to end up ultimately costing him here and becoming this grand champion. So yeah, I'm taking Mars because I don't know, unhinged Jack Pride, whatever he wants to call himself these days. I just don't know if he can get it done. And yeah, he yelled at us again on Thursday. He called us talking heads.
Boris,
I didn't like that.
Okay, I want everybody to stop for a second, and I want everybody to look at Mars the Specialist right now.
Okay.
Look at Mars the Specialist right now. He's got that title. After this match, he's
Such
going
a
to have that
dreamboat.
title. But
just
the Mars the Specialist that you're going to see after that match is not the guy you're looking at now, because Mars the Specialist is not going to be the same after this match. Pride will not be either. I think Mars will keep that title, but I mean, and I think you know this, you're not going to be the same dude you are right now. We're all laughing and we're all having fun, but this is some serious shit, and you're going to be a different man after that match. Still champion, but a different man.
Before Blair makes his pick, and we round out this episode, Chris, I challenge you, after Mars holds that title up high, you go, on this very, very epic September day, Mars, the Short King Specialist, stood a little bit taller that day. He's no longer a Short King. If you had seen the Sandlot, like you can't believe you haven't, you would understand that reference too. Do your homework.
I was trying to sell the fucking main event.
Boris, I didn't watch the Sandlot either, so.
What?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Blair's mad, but now
and Mars stood a little bit taller that day.
No, he's still a Short King though.
Yeah,
he's still a Short King, but you know he's still. I mean, if you beat your arch nemesis, Jack Pride, the most personal rivalry of all time, I'd be standing a little bit taller too, no matter how short I was. Blair, make your pick.
I don't think Pluggo knows how measurement of height works.
Mars,
he's not wrong.
I love you. You're fucking crushing it out there. I have no doubt that you're going to go into this match like a ball of fire, and I have no doubt that you're going to walk
full heel to a Blair. Oh,
what? Did you want me to go full heel?
I thought you were going heel there.
Oh fuck no! I'm thinking Mars.
I thought you were buttering him up and just going to be like Pride.
Fuck no! I'm buttering up so he knows that he's king shit at Turd Town.
Did you mute my mic, Boris?
Yes, I did.
Piece of shit,
Boris. Ne touche pas.
I don't know what that means.
Don't touch.
Well, I was trying to let you speak, but happy-go-lucky over here is rocking and rolling.
So I think it's all of us are taking Mars with the big victory. No, ball of fire wasn't a redhead joke, but that would have been good. All right. That is going to wrap up this episode of For Exposure, this LPW preview show taking place this upcoming Friday. It'll be up on IWTV, so make sure you watch it. If you can make it in person, grab tickets off of Tixer. While you're at Tixer, get the season pass for next year so you don't miss any of Mars's championship reign all through 2025. Look right in there, I'm just calling it as I see it. But that's it for us. Pluggo, where can the people find you?
I don't know. Is my mic on?
It's on.
No. You can find me at Pluggo on all social media platforms. You can find me every Thursday night, 8 p.m. with JPJ for Between Two Beards. If you want to know what's going on with Between Two Beards, Two Beards on all social media platforms and stay up to date with that going on with this gentleman every weekend for Exposure. I do a little writing here at Love Wrestling as well, so at Love Wrestling CA. And stay tuned to my socials. There's something pretty interesting coming down the way that I'll be recording tonight.
Boris.
That's a friendly reminder, 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain for the show on the Friday, the 26th, I believe it is. LPW 30 on IWTV. Also, the Thursday night shows. If you're the Edmonton area, you can join us for the Thursday night LPW Clandestine Wrestling Society crossover events. Thursday night at the Rec Room in Edmonton. $10 a ticket. Best wrestling deal you're going to find in town. Tonight, 10 p.m. Mountain, midnight Eastern. Myself and Keisha Matsunaga, and hopefully whoever else wants to come and hang out. We're going to dig into some old Matt Rats footage. We're going to watch a Matt Rats house show footage that I dug up that I think is going to be a lot of fun. So tune into that tonight as well. Thank you guys, as always, for having me. This is always one of the highlights of my month.
Reed, anything you'd like to plug?
So we got, you can find me at the Thickness 7 on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You can find my friend over here, Mars a Specialist at Mars a Specialist on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You can find my gaming streams, the Gaming 7 on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and Twitch. You can also find the Short Kings podcast at the Short Kings on YouTube and Short Kings on Spotify. And don't forget to check out the merch on ProWrestlingTees.com. Mars a Specialist, the Thickness 3 Matthews.
Mars, if you got anything to plug, here's your chance.
Last Thursday and Friday of every month, you got CWS X LPW on the Thursdays. You got LPW on the Fridays. Next week, I'm facing a white shirt William Taylor on Thursday. I'm facing Jack Pratt on Friday. Next month for you Saskatchewanians, the Thickness and myself are going for those PPW Tag Team Championships. And I'm walking home with 2 belts. He's walking home with 1 belt and a bum knee maybe. We'll see. But
who knows?
Who knows?
Options are endless.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Well, that's going to be it for us. You can find me up on all social media, Grainmaker Wrestling Podcast, every weekend with that Gem doing this show on this channel. So make sure you check us out every weekend. But that's going to wrap it up this week. So thanks so much for watching. Peace in the streets.